yesterday, Di Pasquale claimed the points. Now it's a big chance for the guys off the front row. Reynolds versus Waters. And Waters has got about an eighth of a car length lead at the moment as they run to one. The squeeze is on. David goes back to the race line. Cam holds him up high. Will Davison drops into third place, followed by Van Gisbergen. Reynolds has run very, very wide. He's a bit vulnerable there. So much so that he's actually lost the spot. Davison jumps to second.
Beautiful driving by Cam Waters to wheel him out wider and get a real run into turn one. And now David Reynolds is being attacked by Van Gisbergen into turn 5.
And Van Gisbergen was having a sniff on to go on the outside at turn 5 to displace Reynolds into the hairpin. He didn't get away with it. A car rotating violently in the middle of turn 6, and it's clean bowled and skittled about 4 or 5 cars. Now, I think it was a WAU car that I saw rotating initially, or it might have been Courtney.
Boards and flags.
Safety car will be deployed. Massive damage to Courtney's car. I caught it out of the left side of frame. There was a car rotating on the grass in the braking area into the hairpin. So the BP Ultimate safety car's been deployed. That car, an awful mess. So it, in fact, might have been this car that I saw and not a WAU car. Just caught a glimpse of colour. Wow, that's a violent incident up there in the braking area. There's always congestion on the opening lap here. A lot of it at 1, 5 and 6. And sadly, Scott Pye with substantial damage for the second time in 3 race meetings in the Team 18 car number 20. So Courtney out and safely in the hands of the medical team. Sam Scafidi, engineer at Tickford, requires no words to describe what he's thinking. And one of the truck assist cars is smoking heavily on the front straight here, as well as the field comes under the control of the safety car.
So I wonder how that started, because you picked up on a car spinning. It does look like that was James Courtney, but when you looked at Randall, Pye, and there was another, oh, look at that car tracking down, crabbing down the road into pit lane, so significant damage there for Thomas Randall also. Let's have a look in the back of screen.
Okay, so James has gone off the road and then literally lobbed into the pack and skittled a bunch of other cars, including Randall and Pye. Does this tell more of the story?
But I think what's happened is it's so wet because of the moisture on the grass.
Race has been suspended.
And so James Taylor, the race director, suspending the race until they can get all these cars recovered and the debris off the road. So Todd Hazelwood's the other car. The clutch drama yesterday ran the race without a clutch.
Oh. So yes, he got a bump for sure, but then he's spinning, then you're out of control, and he's made contact with other cars in racing direction. So he's come straight across from turn 4 and has gone to 5 on the exit then of 6, and the rejoin has made contact with a significant number of cars. That's why all those other cars were spinning off to the right-hand side on the exit of 6.
And then in the background, which we don't totally understand, James Courtney appears rotating on the grass violently. So somewhere along the line, he's been given a hand. He's gone through the gutter and rotates into the middle of the pack, left of frame, and completely skittles a bunch of cars, including Scott Pye and his teammate Thomas Randall. This is in the braking area to turn 5. And the problem is it's lost in the cloud there. And so Courtney at least arrives at relatively low speed when he crunches back into the middle of the road. And then the other car that gets tangled up in the middle of the process here is Todd Hazelwood. So somewhere along the line, James has been given a helping hand.
And he's got interesting when you said that it hit hard.
Oh,
and then other cars then, because they're all coming out of turn 6.
So the first crunch is the gutter. I thought that was a car initiative. That's actually the crunch through the gutter, and then the secondary hit is when it starts to bounce off and ricochet off cars.